Okay, guys, so again, we're back to our continuation of solving the problems, and we are in the last section of the nesting array, right? So the last one was for when yesterday we finished up to here. Let's continue the next one. So remove vowel JS. Copy that, go back to our code editor, create a file, and that's it. No, right? We have to bring the code also. So in this one, what we will do? Oh, I forgot to bring my mic here. Once again. Okay, so same thing, same process, right? We just write a function. See, this function says what? Remove vowels that accepts a string. So this is the function name, and function is accepting string as an argument. So you passing the string, see that? And what is saying? The function should return a version of string where all vowels are removed. Basically just return this string but without vowel. Okay, so let's write it. Function remove, right? Remove vowels, and it is getting string, right? Str as a data. So this variable string is getting the data string. Yeah, okay. So I have to return, right? I have to return the string. Okay, so let new string, right, equal to, right now I've just create an empty placeholder. Now what I need to do, I need to grab each character and check if that is vowel or not. So what I will do, right, I will store the vowel in variable. Okay, because I'm going to use includes, I think will be better. Yeah, so A, E, I, O, U, like that. Now I'm going to loop through that string. So let I equal to 0, because why I need to loop? I want to get, only way I can get all this, right, by loop and assigning the index for each, because string are what? Index based, right? It has a location, basically the index, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. So, and loop will help me to do that, right? So I is less than string dot length I plus plus. So let's say now, right, just imagine this length is what for here is 5. Okay, this is 5 and I is 0. See that? So 0 is less than 5. Yes, now I enter inside here, right? So the first thing I will say, I'm creating a variable equal to, right, string I, because this variable string has the data jello, right? Jello here, and from jello I'm getting string 0 will give me j. So I have now, just imagine I have a j, right? J string in the character. Okay, now I need to check if this is vowel or not. I need to check. So if, right, if vowels dot includes this character. Okay, character. So j is not here. Okay, if vowels dot includes character, right, so that will give me false. That will give me false. But remember, why? The j is not the vowel, not vowel. So this will give me false. Okay, but remember, now what I have to think, okay, this is giving me false because it is not vowel. Oh, but I need to keep this one, right? So what I will show, when I'm getting false, I'll just make it not false. Means not false will be true, right? True, because if is going to only work when it is true. Okay, so that is not vowels. This become not vowels, right? Yes. So now I'm going to store that in a new string. Plus equal to character. Let's say that is not that is a vowel or maybe whatever, right? So okay, so that's it, just imagine that that's it will be keep adding, keep adding, keep adding. Okay, so what else we can do? Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, it will be just keep adding like this, right? It, let's say you get e here, you get e here, right? So vowels that include character, that will be true, and that not true will be false, so it will not add. So let's run this code, right? So we have to return now. Return basically new string. So we get exactly, right? See that? So just the vowel removed, whatever the the character left is added to the new string here, and that's what we return. That's the data. This is the string data, right? Stored here, and you are returning that. And when the function is called, right, whatever you return here, that will be printed. Okay, so that's how you have to think. Okay, let's go to the next one. Spam. That's yes. So we're gonna copy this code, add here, and what else we can do? So if you look at this question, right, write a function spam that accepts 2D array as an argument. This array content pair as the element. See, array content pair, right? So here is a high and the number. I mean, this is two-dimensional array, right? There is another array inside. So what should we do now? We have to loop through this, get the element, and then get this element, right, again, and this one also, and then we have to loop this number of time, right, and print this one. Okay, so see, there is a 3 high and the 2 by, right? See? And then we have to print like a string. Okay, so that is whole thing inside this question. So let's this will be easy for you guys now, right? I know that. Let's write function spam, and it takes array, right? Array. So array, a curly bracket. What I need to do now, right? I think I'm gonna store this in an array. Okay, so let result, or let's call it new, or spam array, right? Let's call it array. Okay, not array, result, or empty array. Okay, I'm gonna loop through this. Let I equal to 0. If I is less than array dot length I plus plus. So what I'm gonna get, right? I'm gonna get this element. Okay, these are the element of the array, correct? So let element equal to array square bracket I. So 0 will give me this array. Now this is my first item, first element. So this is also array, right? The only thing, let me think now, because I just need to loop through this one this time and then print this one. So why not what I do, right? Because I know there is only 2 elements, so I don't have to worry too much. Okay, what I can do, also let what you call that, text, right? Text equal to element square bracket 0. See? So I get this text, or we call it character maybe. No, let's leave it text, right? Okay, and I can just call this number also, right? So let number equal to element square bracket 1. Simple. I take this element first, right? Stored in the variable. Now this is an array. Element is what? Array, right? So array 0 will give me the first item, and array 1 will give me the second item. So I have 3 here now. So now what I'm gonna do now, right? I know I need to print this high 3 times. So to repeat something, loop. So let j equal to start from 1. Okay, 3 times. Okay, so j is less than equal to num time j plus plus. So now I'm gonna run this loop 3 times j num time, right? Whatever, here will be 2 times, here will be 3 times. So this loop is okay now, right? The only thing is I just need to send the text to the result now. So I'll just call the result dot push, and I'm sending the text, and my text is what? The first item, that high. Okay, so that will be pushed to the result. Now finally, let's say we out of the loop here, right? Here outside, I just need to return. Is that console log here? Okay, console log is there already. So return return result, right? Result. But remember, result is an array, and I need a string, right? So result dot join, right? And you join in space now, and work is done, right? So let's run this. See, so the first time you have a high 3 times and by 2 times. Next time you have cat 1, dog 2, and bird 4. So cat 1 time, dog 2 time, and bird 4 time. Okay, that's the one, and it worked, right? So okay, so let's look at the next one. Remove first vowel. Okay, so now what it says, right? No matter what inside this string, soon you find the vowel, remove that one, and then return, right? The function should return the string with its first vowel removed. That is the point here. The string with its first vowel removed. That's it. You just remove the O and return the rest, right? See that? VLCANO. See that? The O is gone. In this one, E is gone, right? CLERY. The first vowel is only gone. Okay. So how are we gonna do that? So now we have to think, right? Okay. Remember the index. Okay, so index is one thing. So what is the index of this, right? Vowel. So you have to take everything after that and the before that, okay? And then add together, right? So that we are only dealing one time. We just need to find the first vowel, but no matter where it is, right? You just soon you find the first vowel, you are done, okay? So you just have to take everything before and after and put together, okay, and return. So let's see how we can do that. Function remove first vowel, and it will take what? String, right? So of course I have to, I think I don't have to store, right? Because I'm just storing, I'm not saving anything. Soon I find something, I'm going to return it, okay? So let's write for loop. So let I equal to 0 because index start with 0. I is less than string dot length I plus plus. Okay. Now what? We will do the let character, right? equal to string I. Just imagine I'm getting this first one V here, right? For 0 index. For 0, I get the first character stored here. Now I will check if right, if what? If this character is equal to, oh no, because let's say if that is character is a vowel, right? So let's create a vowel. Let vowels whatever, vowel equal to A-E-I-O-U, because I need to check, right? So I will say vowel dot includes this character. Okay, if let's say if this character is vowel, soon I find character, right? Vowel character, then I need to return. Now return, so I'm gonna write in one line. Okay, so I need to return, right? So I need to slice it now, slice it, because until and unless I find this character vowel, nothing gonna happen. But soon I find it. So before that, so this is the index. Okay, this is the index of that character right now. Okay, so for O, right, the index will be 1. Okay, so I need to return I need to slice it. Okay, so first and second, right? So let's say I can do it here also, right? Let first part, okay, first equal to string dot slice, right? So what I want to slice, I start from 0 index until I. So that means whatever the I, right, 1, it will slice 1 before that. Okay, so it will just take the V. Now I'm gonna put a second part, right? So let second equal to string dot slice, and now I need to start with the 0 1 2 here, 2. Okay, so that is I plus 1 just after next of the index. So from there everything I want to take, so I just leave it like that. So this is a 1, right? Index 1. So I need to slice from index 2. So that is 1 plus 1. That will give me index 2. From index 2, everything. I got the first one and the after the vowel everything. Now I'm just going to return now, right? Return first. First, I think, yeah, first plus second, right? Second together. Okay. Let's say if there is no vowel, right? What you will do? Just return it here, you know. Just return what? Return string, you know. Maybe if the string don't have vowel, for example, let's put it here. Let's say string don't have vowel, right? Maybe B C D M N, right? Like that. Let's see what happens. Then we just return that string. I mean, I'm just saying, right? So let's run that code. So see that you have V, the first vowel remove, celery also first vowel remove. Now is this JICE, right? I mean, U is removed, and in B C D E there is nothing. So you know, you get that string itself, right? Okay, so we're done with this one. Let's look at the next. So the next one is, okay, the last one. Shorten long word, right? Shorten long word. What is it saying? That okay? All right. Okay. I will copy the code. So write a function shorten long word, right? That accepts a sentence string as an argument. So we are giving the whole sentence of a string now. the function should return the same sentence where words longer than 4 character have their vowel removed. Oh my god. Okay, so longer than 4 characters. So let's say they is 4, no problem. R is okay, very is okay, Nobel, right? So in the Nobel more than 4, so OE is removed, so NBL only there. And the people, there is all the vowel removed, so PPL. See, so that's what we need to do now, right? So I think we just wrote, right, the remove vowel code. Okay, yeah, see that. This now let's talk about decomposition, and we're going to use this function, right? Because we're not going to write that same function again. So how are we going to do that? Let's do the function certain long word, right? And it takes the string, the long string. Okay, now what's going to happen, right? I need to store this as an array. So let result, right? Or maybe let's call it short word, right? Equal to empty array for now. Okay, our new okay, our new sentence. Let's call this new sentence. Okay. Now remember what I said before. If you have a string like this and you need to deal with each word, always make this array. So how you do that? So let words equal to string dot split, and I will split and space, right? Space. Okay. So what else? Once I get that space array, right, I'm going to loop through now. For let I equal to 0 if I is less than what? Words dot length I plus plus. Now I have an array here, array of word, right? These are the, this whole thing become array. Remember yesterday I show you, it will be like this, right? And there will be, you know, string of like a they, comma, space, you know, it will be R, comma. For this one, okay, everything will be inside the array, like this. Clear? So I'm looping through this array now. Words is an array, so I'm looping through that, and I'm gonna get the elements. So let word, right, equal to first word. So how I can do words, square bracket I. So let's say I get this D, right? TH with D. Okay. So I will check now if this word dot length is greater than 4. Okay. If that is the case, then do something here, right? So let let's call it remove, let's call it short word, right? Maybe remove vowel, you know. So we're gonna remove vowel and get something here, okay, back, right? What else? Let's say that is, this word is not, the length is not greater than 4. It's just equal, right? But not greater. Right now the day is just 4. Okay. So else what we're gonna do? We're gonna just call the new sentence dot push that word. Okay. And finally we're gonna return, right? Return new sentence dot join, right? Because this is an array, so we're gonna join it with space like that. But the problem now, right, I have a, see, I wrote the whole thing, but here, see that how I gonna remove now this word here, right? Let's say in this case Nobel. Okay, this is larger than 4 character. So in case of Nobel, length will be 5. 5 is greater than 4. So it will go inside this if block now. So what should I do now? I need to find way to remove the vowel. So let's look at here now, right? I'm just gonna copy this whole thing, the whole function, right, and put it down here. Okay. So remove vowels. Remove vowels. So okay, so this is the same name, right? What I will do, I'm gonna change this. Let's call it a short word, right? Short word like that. SORT, right? Short word equal to short word. But see, this is the word I need to remove the vowel because I'm inside the if block now, because this word is greater than 4 character. I'm inside. So I'll just call this function now, this function, okay, because this function is in the memory now, right? So I just call that function, and now I'm gonna string. So remember, I'm executing this function, okay? So I have to give the value, and value is what? Word. So now this function will remove the vowel, see that, and it's gonna return me the new string, right? It's gonna return the new string. Clear? So what gonna happen now? I get this short word with no vowel. Okay, the next line is I need to save it, right? So new sentence dot push, and I'm gonna save it to the short word, and done. Let's run this code. See, now it's removed, right? NBL, the vowel is removed here. See that? NBL PPL. See, it's working, you know. So that's it. This is called helper function, right? Or you decompose the long work into different function. Okay, like basically you divide the work. So removing part is just done by this one function, and then you group it together here, right? All the work. See, so that is called decomposition of your function, basically of your logic, right? Okay, so we finished, I think, with this. Let's look at the object little bit, and then so that it will be good for us to continue tomorrow again. Oh, I delete. So let's go back. Object one, right? A. So we need to prepare our object folder. Excuse me. Object. So it's gonna have a three part again, right? A underscore object, B underscore object, and C underscore object. Okay. So in A, right, let's start with the first one. So we know what is object, right, and how it is created. Remember, I told you object is one of our data type. Array was one of our data type. String, number, boolean, all that. So object is one of the most important part of our programming. So first we're gonna learn creating a single object, and how to add, remove, loop through, and all that. So let's take this snippet one and understand. So copy this. So how you create object, right? Just take this example, simple example. there is a variable let movie equal to, this is just a variable, right? Movie is a variable, and this variable has the data called object. Now the value inside is how you gonna put value inside is different thing, okay? But remember, this is one object, okay? If I just put something like this, right, this is an empty object, okay? So now how the object data is stored, how you store data in object, right? Inside the object, how you store data, there is two part, the key and the value. The value, again, what is value? Value is all our data type, number, string, boolean, array, object itself, even function is also the data, okay? So later we're gonna learn, right, how we store the function inside the object, or how you're gonna write function in the object also. So now the two part, any data type, right, any valid data you can store in the inside the object. So normally, right, what we do, let's say you have a school and you want to store the data of student. Just imagine that student is A, right? Student A, he has a name, maybe age, classroom, his address, phone number, all that, right? So that is one student, okay? Similarly, you can create an object like this for 100 of students, one object for each student, right? Same information, same key. So that's how the objects are created, right? But we're gonna learn more later. But for now, just imagine you have one object and you are trying to understand how to add key and value inside object and how to read the data. Okay, so you learn, now you know, right, how to create object, curly bracket, then you're gonna have a key and the value, right? Value. So remember, when I say value, that is all our data type, number, string, boolean, array, object, null, undefined, anything, okay? So the key is called also property. This is also called property. Either you call key or property, okay? So now, and this is a variable name. So the first thing is how you're going to read the value. Every time I say value, then always remember the information here. The string, number, boolean, this is the array. That is the value. So how you gonna get the value from the object? So the first way, right, dot notation. This is called dot notation, okay? So the variable, so this variable is what? Object, right? Because it has the value object. So this is object. Movie is what? Object. See, when I click movie, right? See, you get that object. The object dot key. The key is here, right here. So object dot key will give me the value. That is the first way, dot notation. So it will give me 999 dot notation. So this key must be here inside the object. Object dot key. The key must be here. Okay. That is first way. The second way, object, that is movie, right? Square bracket and then the key. But when you use square bracket, you make it as a string. So there is title, right? Title as a string. So that will give you Fight Club, right? Fight Club. Just give me a second, okay? I don't know who's calling. I just turn off the internet. All right, so you can use as a string, but this name must be inside the property, one of the property. So That's how you get the value. The two-way dot and the square bracket, right? Okay. Now genre is there. Oh, genre, yeah. So this is will be movie dot genre means now, right? What to do. So that will be array, right? And that is called drama and thriller, right? Okay, that is our value. I mean, this is just the array. Okay, that's the array, right? So movie genre will give me the array. Now just imagine here, movie genre, that is array and square bracket 0, right? So he's doing the same thing like this. So index 0 will array square bracket 0 will give what? The first item, right? So that will be drama. Clear? And the 1 will give me second item, right? Clear? So that's how you read the data from the object. Now let's look at here, movie.duration. So what is duration here? Oh, there is no property called duration. Okay, so in that case you get undefined. Okay, now movie staring, right? Staring. So staring is the key right here, square bracket key. So that will return this array, and square bracket 1. So array square bracket index 1 will be the second item, right? So that's what you get. A very, I mean, try to understand in simple way, right? We know now a lot about the array and how to access the data from the, basically how you can access element of the array. You know that already. So just look at the first part here. What you getting? If that is array, okay. Now array, after square bracket you pass the index, you will get the value of that index. Okay, movie staring, that is what? That will be movie dot staring, right? So that is the array and dot length. So there is 2 item, right? Okay, you get 2. Clear? See, that easy to understand, right? So that's how you read the data from our array, right? So see, that is the answer. If you compare 199 Fight Club, that's the array. I mean, I just put here, right? But just imagine you get that. You're gonna get drama, thriller, undefined, and Edward Norton, and then 2. Okay, so let's look at the second one. What is this? Okay, so if you trust me, if you understand all this snippet, right, in object, and you remember all that, means how you access, how you add, and all that, get better with, then the rest of the object will be easy, because rest is just the logic, how you playing in different way, right? How you access in different way, different things you can do with all this snippet idea, right? So that's why it's important to get better with this. Oh no, I need to copy this. Oh, there is already one, right? Oh my god. Copy this. Yeah. So let restaurant, see that restaurant is the variable and it is holding the data called object. When I see curly bracket, I will just call object. I don't care about what is inside here. Okay, I don't care, right? I know this is object. Okay, Now I'm going to go inside and look at here, right? Okay, this is the property and value. The value is string array number and array. Okay, so I have 1 2 3 4 5 items inside my restaurant, 5 key, right? Basically, so now, right, there is something called, you check if the key is inside the restaurant or not. So owners in restaurant, owners in restaurant. Okay, so that will give you, one second. So owners in restaurant, what we get, it will check, it will give you the boolean value, like boolean, right? True or false. So this is true. Employee in restaurant, so we have employee, no, right? So that will be false. So just remember, if you need to check if that property is in the restaurant or not, just like this, owners, whatever the property name in restaurant. Okay, and that's it. Now pay attention here, this is important part, right? And most of the work is depends on this one. Okay, so let some key equal to menu, right? What I have done here is, right, I mean, what we are looking here is this variable. Okay, some key, right? And it has a value menu. So when I call this variable, so I'm getting this string menu. Okay, so console log some key, because this is a variable I can just call, and it has the string, right? Menu in restaurant. So what is it? We have menu. Yeah, we have menu, right? So that will give true. So don't confuse with this variable. Okay, just look at the value inside here, this value, right? Menu. And is there menu? Yes, so that is true. Now restaurant dot menu, so that will, we know what we get, right? It's gonna give this array, right? Array. Okay. And restaurant square bracket menu, right? When you have square bracket, you can pass the key as a string, so you're gonna get same thing again. Now restaurant square bracket some key. Now here is the magic, right? You are calling the variable, okay, some key, but remember, some key is still that string menu. Okay, so that is the menu, right? So that's why you're getting the same thing again. See, so the trick here, right? Dot, then string, and the variable, all three will give you the same value, because they all are same way, right? Same thing, just a different way of using, or the different way you call the, I mean, you call the key, right? So restaurant dot some key. Now that's the problem here, right? When you have dot notation, make sure this name some key must be as a key here, but there is no some key. Okay, it will not look for the variable, it will not go and look this variable. If you have variable as a key, must pass in a square bracket. Don't do this dot some key variable. Okay, that will give you define, because this some key is no more, not inside this restaurant object. So something is not in the restaurant object, you get undefined. Now restaurant dot menu will give you the array, that array, right? And dot includes fries, and yes, that is true, right? You get true value, because array dot includes will check this data, you know, yes or no. Yes, done. Here we get true, and that is undefined here, and all this 3-time array, and there is true and false, true, false, and there will be true one more right here. Okay, so we learned something now, right, about the object. So this is more confusing part. Okay, like this variable, you know, when most of the time, right, you're going to loop through this object and you're going to get this key as a variable. Okay, and when you have variable, then to access this value, this object square bracket variable, right? So that will be a key. You loop, so you're gonna get this as a variable, this as a variable, this as a variable, yeah, and you getting that value. So always remember the object name is square bracket variable to get the value. Okay, so that will be lot in our exercise. You're gonna see a lot. So that is the confusion part, most confusing part, right, in the beginning. Okay, so let's get this one now. Did I copy everything? Okay, yeah. So look at this. A dog is the object. It has all this property: name, age, breed, color, favorite food. So what is gonna happen here? Dog dot age. So we get 5. Dog dot breed. You get pug, right? Then dog favorite food. That is array. Ray. Bacon. Okay. Now dog dot age plus plus. Dog dot age plus plus. Okay. Right. So you adding plus means you getting this what age, right? Age. Dog dot age will give 5 and plus plus. Okay. So that means we increasing, right, here age by 6. Correct. It's same like you're doing dog dot age equal to dog dot age plus 1, like that. So that is 5. But this is what, that's the value. This will be the dog dot age means age equal to, right, age equal to the value here on the right side. So 5 on the right side is always value. 5 plus 1 will be 6. This plus plus is increased by 1, right? Dog dot breed to uppercase. So now the breed is here pug. So this will give pug dot uppercase. So that will, that will be what? It just convert, right, to uppercase. And dog favorite food dot push. So dog dot favorite food will give this bacon array dot push sauces now. So you're gonna add sauces inside here. Okay, so now let's console log, right, and find out. Console.log dog age will be what? Now 6, right? And dog breed will be capital pug, right? And dog favorite food will be object, but it has bacon and comma. Also it has what? Sauces, right? Sauces, see? Good. Now let property in dog. Now look at here, right? See, now we loop through this dog object. Let property, that's how you loop in the dog object, right? For loop, for bracket and then curly bracket, right? But let property in dog, and this property will be the name, age, breed, color, favorite food. So it will start from name first time, second time will be age, third time breed, color, favorite food. So let's read the first time. Console log property. So that will be string name, right? You have property name here. You get name and then string is, right? Name is dog. Remember now, this is what I'm talking about. Dog square bracket, because now the key is as a variable, that is name, right? It's same like doing this, like this for first item. Okay, but the second item, I mean, remember, if you just put variable here, so the loop will be grab each property in every rotation and this property will be the, whatever the property and the value here, dog property, right? So this property is basically this name, right? Color, breed, age, all that. So it will give you the value, correct? So let's run this. So look at here, age is 6. I mean, if you look at from the top, right, 5 pork bacon. Now you print again age 6, capital, breed, and the what you call that, favorite food, right? Array. Now name is many, age is 6. So see the property here, name, age, breed, color, favorite food, and that's what you get, the value, right? This is a value. So after is a value. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, let's look at one more. Okay, so we're gonna do this and then one exercise from here. So recipe is what, variables, and it has the object object, right? Name, difficulty, tasty, and ingredients, these are the key of this object. It has some value. Value can be anything, string, boolean, array. See, okay, console log recipe.name will print this one, we know that already. Recipe.name again in the square bracket, string, yes, same thing. Recipe.ingredients, this is the one, dot length. So the length of this array is 1 2 3 4 5, right? You get 5 here. Yeah, we know that. Recipe.calories, so we have calories here, no, so that will be undefined. Now some variable equal to difficulty, right? But remember, this difficulty is also the key here. Okay, so let's look at here, recipe square bracket some variable, so that is difficulty, right? So of course you're gonna get this, right? Yeah.
Why is the recipe.color is undefined?
Yeah, okay, so this calories, right? This, when you cannot find the property inside this object, if there is no calories inside here. See, there is no something like a calories, right? There is no calorie. Okay, so if this property is not here, right, I just put it, but it is not there. So when you cannot find inside the object, it will be undefined. The value, this will return undefined. Okay, so let I equal to 0. Okay, so now here, right, this variable has the value difficulty. Now you calling recipe some variable, that is difficulty, it will give you this one, that value, easy. Okay, and recipe dot some variables. Okay, so the sum again, when you have dot notation, it must be inside this object. If not there, if you cannot find, it will be undefined. Okay, now you loop, right? You are writing the loop here for what? Recipe dot ingredients dot length means basically you are trying to write a loop to go through all this item, right? Recipe dot ingredients dot length, so 1 2 3 4 5, so this will be 5, and you want to print console log recipe ingredients square bracket I, right? We start with 0 index, 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 4, so you're just gonna print all this item. Okay, and yeah, just run that and gonna get the value. So look at here, right? You printing egg, milk, butter, flour, sugar, all that. egg, milk, butter, flour, sugar. See that? You just loop through that array. Means you just write a loop, right? Which will, make easy to print this. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's solve one problem, right? Easily, and then we're gonna stop. Email parser, yes, right? Email parser. Okay, so create a function email parser that accepts an email address string, basically as an argument. So we are passing the argument as an email address. This is a string. The function should return an object. So we need to return an object like this, right? Username and domain as a key. So we need to create two key, username and domain, as a key. The examples, see the example, right? You can assume that the argument will be valid email address. So this is the valid email address. The username and key, right? Object containing username and key as domain as a key. So username should have the first username right here, username, and after the @ is a domain, right? So domain key has a value domain. So that's how we have to, our function should do that job, right? So let's do that one. So function email parser, right? Okay, and it is taking a string as our data. This data is a string. Of course, this is email, but string, right? Okay. Now, I need to create a let object, right? Equal to empty object, because I need to print something, object. Okay. The thing is, how I gonna separate these two, right? Domain and the username. Remember at the rate. So I'm going to do split. So let array, right, equal to, let's call it email. Let's call it array. So will be string dot split, and I want to split at the rate. Okay, if I do this, right, and just return array for now, let's see what happened. Okay, let's check now, right? You see that what we get, that array, right? Array is what? This the first index 0 has the domain, sorry, the username, and the index 1 has the domain. See that? I got the value now, right? I just need to save it here inside the object. So how are we going to add in the object now? Let's check. So maybe, okay, I'll just add it, right? I'll just call the object dot user name, right, equal to, okay? So that means you are creating this username inside the object, and equal to array square bracket 0. So I'm adding this first part to the username. Again, I will call object again, right? And then I said domain. I'm creating the domain key, and equal to array square bracket 1. Okay, so that is the second part, the domain. Okay, now my object is ready. What I will do, I will just return, right? Return obj. And because the function is returning this object here, right, this email will be replaced with the new data, that is the object, this object. Clear? So let's run this and see, we got that now, right? So you see domain and 137, all that. Okay, that was the first one. I think how many is here? There is 3, 4 more. Okay, let's do it tomorrow. Now we're gonna continue. Okay, so thank you very much. I will stop, and then you guys can ask me any question. Okay.